body, and that's what matters. We're moving our bodies. My head's not really going to move anywhere, it's not going anywhere. So taking a couple of big rolls out through the shoulders at the top of our mat. Beautiful, just easing out any crackle, crackle, crunch, crunch. And we're just going to start off with a nice, gentle side to side little twist. Not strictly speaking yoga, but great, I find if you've been sitting at your desk and that kind of thing, great for starting to get the body moving just a little bit. And if you like, you can give yourself a little bit of a tap as the arms come around. And then coming back to center slowly, we're just going to tap up one side of our body, waking up right through the shoulder, up the other arm. Maybe give the head a little bit of a tap, so I'm giving my head a little bit of a tap as well. And then down the back of my neck, down one arm, and then back down the other arm, just waking the body up. I'll tap down my waist and then down my legs. Coming down the front of my legs and up the back of my legs, just waking them up. Come back down the front of the legs, up the side and back. Awesome. And now you should be feeling quite awake. Give the hips a little bit of a wiggle out. And inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Cactus the arms down by your side and pull the shoulders back. Lift the arms up and we'll take a nice slow roll forward. Taking a forward fold here. Beautiful. Maybe grasping opposite elbows, maybe taking a little sway from side to side. Nice and gentle. Obviously, taking this at your own pace. If you've got any injuries, you know what they are. Take this at your own pace and accommodate any restrictions that you might have in your own body. If you need to keep hands on the shins for a bit of support, do that. Take one more deep breath here. Maybe sigh it out. Maybe one more breath in. And release the hands. And then inhale, slowly roll up to stand. One little vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, cactus the arms so they're out in a bit of a T shape. Pull the shoulders back, inhale, lift up, and bring the hands down to heart center here. Release the hands down by your side, open the palms out to the front of the room. From here, we'll drop our right ear over to the right shoulder. Maybe hook the left hand behind your body and take a little bit of a stretch here through the side of the neck. Great if you spent a lot of the morning at the keyboard. And then release that hand, roll the neck down or roll the chin down to the chest and then roll it over to the other side. Beautiful. Coming back up to center. Nice gentle neck stretch. Drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. Maybe hook the right hand in behind your body like so. Hold it here for one more breath. Slowly release that hand, roll the chin down to the chest, and then all the way over to the other side, right ear to right shoulder. And come up, back up to center. Inhale, lift the arms up, let's move. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift, shoulders pull back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Stepping our right leg back nice and long. Keep that front knee over the heel. Drop the back right knee down towards the floor and sink the hips down. Lift the chest up. If you need to lift your hands up off the floor onto a block or cushion, do that. We're going to sink the hips down here. Take a little stretch through the hip flexor. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting the right arm up, followed by the left arm. Little fingers come in towards center. Take a breath or two here. And release our right hand down towards the mat or your cushion or block and take a nice little twist here. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Exhale, hands release down to the mat, stepping back. Left foot comes back to all fours. Taking a round of cat-cow here, so dip the belly, look up. Exhale, round through. Really pull the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round through. So remembering this particular move, this is your option. When we come into our high to low plank and into up dog or cobra, this is your option, particularly if you've got any back concerns, neck concerns, shoulder concerns, etc. So remember this one as an option. Coming back to a neutral spine here. Tuck the toes under. If it's an option for you, you can come up to our first down dog of the class and take a little pedal out through the feet here. Stretching through the back of the legs. If you're on all fours, your option, just to tip one leg at a time back, take a stretch through the back of the leg. Beautiful. From here, if you're in your down dog, or even if you're not, we're going to step our right foot forward to the thumb. Give it a helping hand if you need, grabbing around the ankle. And drop our left knee down towards the floor here. And lifting up. Coming into our low lunge again. Beautiful. Take one or two more breaths here. And exhale. Hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes under. And step back up to our forward fold. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up and hands to heart center. We've got a breath or two here. We'll take this chance to take a nice deep breath. If you haven't been breathing deeply this morning, now is your chance. Awesome. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Take a halfway lift, flat back here, pull the shoulders down, exhale, and step back, left leg. Beautiful, drop that left knee down. Using your block or cushion, if you need, sink the hips down, open the chest up, create a little bit of space here. Take one more breath in here, front knee stays over the heel as much as you can. And from here, exhale, lift up on the inhale. And dropping left hand down towards block, cushion or mat. Open up left hand or right hand, take a twist. Same twist that we did on the other side. One more breath in here. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Move your block or cushion out of the way if you like. Step it back to all fours. You've got an option here. Take that cat-cow or come into a plank on your knees. From here, one more breath here. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, bend the elbows. Lower the body all the way down to the mat. Take a little cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Work strength through the upper body. You can use your hands for a little bit of support, particularly if you've got back issues. Exhale, lower. Taking one more here. My glutes stay engaged, pushing my hips into the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes, pushing into the mat. Lifting all the way up. Beautiful. Take it for a little bit of a walk out here. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. You can be on all fours if that's where you're at today. Taking one or two more breaths in here. Inhale, lift up to tiptoes maybe, stepping our left foot forward to the thumb. Give it a helping hand if you need. And lower that right knee down towards the floor. Inhale to lift. Beautiful, nice low lunge here. Keep the tailbone tucked under, glutes engaged. One more breath in, exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee, stepping it forward. Take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, hands to heart. Take a breath or two here. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping right leg back here. First leg, right leg. Keep the hands here, look up, plant our right hand down. Inhale, lift the left leg. My back knee stays lifted here if that's an option. Take one more breath and exhale, release. Left hand down to the mat. Step it back, coming to our plank pose. Option for cat-cow or lower to the knees. From here, take our high to low plank. Lower down on the exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take your pick. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale to lower. Tuck the toes under, pushing all the way back up, down dog. Take a little pedal out through the feet if you like. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Inhale, lifting up our right leg here. Keep the hips facing down towards the floor. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, stepping it through. Awesome. From here, lifting all the way up, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Take a little bob here to help with your balance. Working a bit of strength through the legs here. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release the hands down to the mat, stepping forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands to heart. Holding here, take 2 breaths. Slow flow today, so we're taking it nice and slow, nothing too quick and crazy. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands down, stepping back, right, left leg. Beautiful. Lower that left knee down to the floor. Lift up through the chest. Or you can keep that back knee lifted if you like we did on that first side. Plant the left hand down. Inhale, open right hand up. Coming into our twist. Beautiful. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Stepping back, right leg. Coming into our plank. Go high to low plank. Option to lower to the knees here. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. If you're coming all the way up, embrace or brace your core to help support your back. Glutes engage here, shoulders back and down. Exhale, back through to down dog. So you'll notice there in my up dog, my knees were just hovering off the floor ever so slightly. Take another breath or 2 in here. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky, hips stay level. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, stepping it through. Inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. Take another couple of breaths here. Beautiful, working strength through the legs. One more breath. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Stepping forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, hands to heart. Take a breath or 2 here. Let your body settle. Don't want anything to get too crazy today. Make sure you've got weight evenly spread through all the surface or sole of your foot. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, flowing forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back, right foot. Inhale, open to our twist. Exhale, release the hands down, step it back. High to low plank. Take your option. So you can take one of the previous versions if you like. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Really brace your core here. Taking one more breath in. Inhale, lift our right leg high. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, stepping it through. Give it a helping hand if you need. From here, keep that left hand planted down. Inhale, twist towards the right. Beautiful. Take one more breath in here. Inhale, windmill all the way up. Reverse that little twist. Windmill it all the way around, warrior two. Coming nice and low in that front leg. Keep front knee over the heel though. Take one more breath in here, flip and reverse. Warrior. Come back to center, reach. Straighten through the front leg if you like, coming into Trikonasana. Taking one or two more breaths here. Inhale, rise, flip, reverse, bend through that front leg. Exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. From here, we're going to lift up, standing splits. Back leg lifts up, really squeeze the glute. If you're feeling adventurous, you can lift the body up. If you're feeling super strong, coming into aeroplane pose. Beautiful. From here, if you need to step that back foot down to take this transition, please do that. We're going to bring that top leg forward, bring it into a stork pose. Arms lift up overhead, crossing it over. So crossing the knees over top of one another, and left arm comes under right. Either give yourself a hug or palms to touch. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears here. Hands come away from the face. Maybe lift the elbows a little bit to get a stretch through the shoulders. Both knees are bent here. Working strongly through my right leg to balance. Inhale, lift up and release. Beautiful. Working a bit of core stability and balance here. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. I promise that's as crazy as we get today. Inhale, take halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back, left leg. Inhale, open up. Right arm lifts. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the hand down, step it back. High to low plank. Take your options here. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take another breath in. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift our left leg high. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Hover the body forward, shoulders come over wrists, step it through. Beautiful. From here, inhale, open to that twist. Left arm lifts up. And we lift. Coming into that twisted crescent lunge. Reverse the twist and windmill all the way around, warrior two. Take a moment to settle in. Hands come all the way out, stretching them out nice and long. Inhale, let's flip and reverse. Straighten through that front leg if you like. Back to center, reach to Trikonasana or triangle pose. My left hand is coming to the inside of my shin, or it can reach down the shin, or even all the way to the floor, depending on how much reach you have. Take one more breath in here. Inhale, let's rise, flip, reverse, bend through that front knee. And windmill all the way around to the mat. Lift the back heel up, float the back leg coming into our standing splits. Really draw the belly in here. We're going to work strongly through that balancing left leg. You've got an option to tap that back toe down or lift nice and strongly through that left glute, lifting up to aeroplane pose. Remember, option to tap those back toes down whenever you need. Inhale, slowly lift up, all the way up, right knee lifts to stork pose. Exhale, cross that right knee over the left, cross your legs, and exhale, Right arm comes under left, give yourself a hug, or take the bind of your arms. Settle in here. Take a couple more breaths. Wobbles welcome. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Take 2 breaths here. We've got one more quick run through that. 1 breath per movement. And then we come down to the mat to chill it out a little bit. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping right leg back. Inhale into that twist, left arm lifts. Exhale, left hand releases down to the mat. Step it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra, brace through your back muscles. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take your breath in here. Inhale, we lift our right leg high. Exhale, bring knee to nose, stepping it through. Give it a helping hand if you need. And from here, inhale, right arm lifts up into that twist. Take 1 more breath in here. Pushing into that front leg, lifting up. And reverse our twist. Windmill all the way around. Open out, settle in. Beautiful. Take that breath here. Inhale, flip reverse. Straighten through that front leg if you like. Come back to center. Reach to Trikonasana. Don't forget to breathe here. Inhale, rise, flip reverse, bend through the front knee. Exhale, windmill all the way around to your mat. And lift that back leg, standing splits. Lifting it all the way up. Engage the back of your body, engage your right hamstring. Lifting up, aeroplane pose, coming to your balance. Tap the back toe down if you need. Squeeze the lats, squeeze the shoulders down the back of the rib cage. 1 more breath in here. Inhale, let's rise up. Coming to stork pose. And cross the legs over. Left arm under right. Take your grip of the hands, whatever that looks like for you. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, let's lift up, and exhale, release. Beautiful, take a little roll out through the shoulders. We have 1 more side here. Open out, take 2 breaths here. It is a little bit quick, Anna, so take it as you need. So completely understand, take a rest if you need. As long as you're moving your body, that's the main thing. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, left leg. Beautiful, draw the belly in. Inhale, right arm lifts up. Beautiful, exhale, release the hands, step it back. High to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take a couple of breaths in here. Inhale, let's lift up left leg. This is the last time through. Exhale, bring knee to nose, stepping it through. Beautiful, lift the left arm up, coming into our twist. Inhale, let's lift, push into that front leg, twist, and reverse the twist. Bringing it all the way around, warrior 2, drop the back heel down to the floor. Take a breath or 2 here, settle in. Hands come out nice and long. Take a breath or two here. Flip and reverse. Exhale, windmill all the way around. Straighten the front leg and Trikonasana. I better not forget this. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. Inhale, let's rise, flip, reverse. Windmill all the way around to the mat. And lift up the back heel, lift the back leg. Engage. Take a breath or two, lifting all the way up. Aeroplane pose, working super strength through that leg. Not an easy transition. If you need to tap the back toe down, do that. Inhale, let's lift all the way up. And exhale, crossing it over. Right arm under left. And inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Take a little sway from side to side here. Maybe take a little sway around as well, just to let the body start to release. Coming back to center, and we'll slowly start to make our way down to the mat. So step the feet out nice and wide, and we'll step our right leg back nice and long. Take a little forward fold, lower the back knee down towards the floor. Bring that left foot out nice and wide, and we're going to push into that right knee, or left knee, the front knee. Open that front knee out to the diagonal. Sink the hips down to the floor. Take a little bit of a stretch through the hip flexor. Beautiful. Holding this stretch here. Here. And then from here, let's bring that knee all the way back. Beautiful. Bringing the knees nice and wide apart and settling back for a child's pose. So if you've got any knee issues and that kind of thing, you may choose to prop your knees with some cushions here to support them. You can have cushions underneath the knee, or you can also have a cushion in between the knee or at the back of the knee, in between the thigh and the calf, to provide a bit of support as well. Bring the hands out nice and long. Coming into our child's pose. I'm going to take about 10 to 12 breaths here. Let the body and the heart rate start to settle. Maybe give the head a little bit of a sway from side to side. And having the forehead down the floor, that will allow you to give your forehead a little bit of a massage. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, you may choose to bring your hands one on top of the other and bring your forehead onto your hands. Or the hands can even come into fists if that works better for you. You can take a little sway from side to side there. Taking about another 2 or 3 breaths here. And then slowly coming all the way back up to all fours. Bring the knees back into center. And we're going to step our right foot forward this time. So we're going to come into that same pose we did before, that lizard pose on the other side. So my right toes come to the outside of my mat. Sink the hips forward. And I might use my right hand to push my right knee out to the side slightly. Once again, if you've got any knee issues as well, you may choose to pop a cushion underneath your left knee for a little bit of support here. Take another couple of breaths here. And then slowly start to release. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Bring the hips back. Stepping our right leg back. Bring the knees out nice and wide, and we'll come back into our child's pose as a resting pose here. Bring the hands forward. If you want to have a little bit of support, you can bring them onto or underneath your forehead. Keep the breath moving here. Maybe take a sigh or two out. Maybe one more. And then slowly start to roll the body all the way forward and coming to lie onto your belly. So lower the body all the way down and coming into a little baby back bend here. So first option is just to bring your hands underneath your forehead, and this may be enough for you. If you want a little bit more, you can bring elbows onto the mat like so for a Sphinx pose. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, so make sure that your shoulders aren't coming up around your ears. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. A little bit of engagement through the back of the body here. Chest opening. If you want a little bit of a neck stretch here, you can take the head for a little bit of a roll from side to side here, if that feels comfortable. Option only. Please don't force your body into something that doesn't work for you. Beautiful. If you want a little bit more, option only here, you can bring your hands onto your corners of your mat and push your body up a little bit further, as long as that doesn't cause any compression through your spine. So compression is where the vertebrae start to crunch together. So as long as this doesn't feel a bit crunchy, you can come up, follow me up here. My back does start to feel a little bit crunchy if I come up too far, so just being very mindful of this. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears and make sure they're not crunching up around the ears. Or it's always a valid option to stay down on your elbows. Take about 5 or 6 more breaths here. If you've got a nice little water bottle or something like that, nice tall water bottle, you may choose to even rest your forehead onto the water bottle to give the neck a little bit of a rest and a stretch. So take your option here. And then slowly start to release. If you've got your forehead on a water bottle or something like that, release that out of the way. And slowly coming all the way down to the mat. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. And once you've taken your 2 or 3 breaths, slowly rolling over onto your back and coming up to a seat. You're going to keep your hands down on the mat behind you. Knees are up in the air. We're going to drop our knees around to one side. So I've dropped mine over to the right hand side. And then once your opposite knee drops down to the floor, or both knees come down to the floor, keep turning your body all the way around and coming into a little bit of a twist here as well. You may need to shuffle your hips around slightly, and you're getting a stretch through that bottom hip and also through your lower spine. So a little bit of a supine twist and also a glute stretch here. So a little bit of both combined here. Elbows might come down to the floor. If this is too much, just modify the twist as you can manage. Once again, don't push your body further than you can handle. You don't want to push yourself into an injury here at all. And slowly coming on back out from the twist. Bring your legs all the way around to the opposite side. So drop the knees down to the opposite side and continue your little journey around into the twist to the other direction. So a little bit of a funky adjustment of the hips if you need. Elbows might come down to the floor. Supine twist and pigeon pose combined. Take another breath or two in here. And then from here, slowly starting to rise back up, coming all the way around, back around and lying down onto your back. Before you do though, you've got an option to grab your cushion or pillow, rolled up towel or blanket, and just pop that down underneath your shoulder blades. So this can feel really nice, particularly if you've been seated a lot of the day. You may choose to bring another cushion underneath the head and just lying down with the shoulder blades on top of your block or cushion, just to open up through the chest a little bit here. A little bit of a back bend. Obviously, if that's not for you, if you do have any neck issues or back issues, you may choose to just lie down flat on the floor. So make this work for you. So if you've got a block like I do underneath your shoulders, if it starts to feel a bit too much, you can release out at any time. And from here, slowly start to release off your block or cushion. Release that off to the side, coming to lie down onto your back. If you want one last little glute stretch, you've got an option here. Otherwise, you can come straight back into your Shavasana, releasing, lying down nice and flat on your back. If you want one little glute stretch here, crossing right ankle over left knee, right hand comes into the gap between the legs, pulling the left knee into the body, taking a supine pigeon. Taking another breath or two here. And then we slowly release onto the other side. So crossing on over. And thread the needle with your left hand, drawing it in. Taking another breath or two here. Dropping the legs down, stretching them out nice and long. Coming into our final pose here for our class today, Shavasana. Releasing the body out nice and long onto the mat. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. We're not going to be here for very long today, so make the most of these couple of deep breaths here. Obviously, if you've got the time to rest here for a little bit longer, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, if you do need to move on with your day, slowly rolling over to your preferred side. Taking a breath or two here on your side. And then slowly coming up to a comfortable seat. Once you arrive in your seat, maybe bringing your hands to your heart center. My quote for this week is from Matthew Ricard, who said, "One of the great tragedies of our time is that we significantly underestimate our capacity for change." So what can you do this week to maybe embrace some of the changes that we've got going on in our world at the moment? Maybe make them a little bit easier on yourself rather than rebelling against all these changes. Thank you for joining me today, guys. If you've got any comments or questions, happy to answer those. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I might see some of you online on Saturday.